Did you know there's an invisible gas that could be in your home right now? And it's the #1 cause of lung cancer in Canada for non-smokers? And wait until you hear this. Winnipeg has one of the highest radon levels in the entire country. You can't see it, you can't smell it, you can't taste it. But it might be feeling there in your basement right now. Hey everyone, this is Paco Rivera, Realtor with Remax One Group here in Winnipeg. And in today's video, we'll be talking about something that every homeowner and even renters should know about: radon gas. So you probably heard stories about radon gas. Yes, it does exist. Yes, it's here in Manitoba. It's pretty common, and particularly here in Winnipeg. But the good news is that once you know how to test for it, it's totally fixable. So stick around, because in the next few minutes I'll show you what radon gas is, why it's so dangerous, and how to test for it. Let's get started. So what exactly is radon gas? Radon gas is a natural gas that comes from the ground and is created when uranium is broken down over time. Uranium comes from soil and rocks. When that happens, radon gas is released into the air, and outside it doesn't really matter because it mixes with the air and it spreads out. But inside your home, it can get trapped, especially in basements or crawl spaces, because there's not enough air circulation. It sneaks in through tiny cracks in your foundation, around pipes, or even a floor drain or your foundation. You don't really know it because it could eventually happen once enough gas is already in. Think of it like a slow leak. It can build up over time. Now, here's the scary part. Why is it so dangerous? When people breathe in radon over many years, it can damage their lungs. That's why radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer in Canada, right after smoking. And this isn't rare. Here in Manitoba, and especially here in Winnipeg and southern communities, we are among the highest levels of radon in the entire country. In fact, 1 in 5 homes in Winnipeg have radon levels above what Health Canada recommends is safe. That's why it's so critical to test for it. So even if your house looks perfect, new, modern, built with the highest standards, radon, this gas doesn't care. Like, it can sneak in through the tiniest cracks. Now, how does the radon get in? This gas usually comes from the ground under the house. It can enter through cracks in the basement floors or walls, openings around sump pumps or pipes, and even unfinished crawl spaces. Now, I know what you're thinking. You may be thinking that your home was recently built or recently renovated up to the latest codes, or it is perfectly sealed, which is great for energy efficiency, don't get me wrong, but it could also trap in the gas. In fact, talking to other realtors at my office, I heard a story where a realtor said that she had clients that bought a brand new build which had radon levels way above the safe standards. That's why it's so critical to test your home. You cannot rely on location or looks. Only testing will tell you the truth. Here's the good news. Testing for radon is super easy, and it is not expensive. You can buy a radon test kit on your local hardware store or even online, and it'll usually cost around 40 to 60 bucks. Here's how it works. First, you place the test kit in your basement or the lowest living area. Then you leave it there for 3 months, especially during winter that your windows are closed, and then you send it to the lab. Alternatively, you can buy something like this. I bought this one on Amazon. It's a little bit pricier, like 200 bucks, but it gives you live data and you can check it over your phone. And how it works is usually when the green light is on, you're good. If it's yellow, it is recommended to get fixed. But if it's red, it tells you that it should be remediated as soon as possible. Again, the ideal is for you to test it during winter. Those 3 months are critical because it's where you can check that there's not enough air circulation, and it'll give you more accurate data in terms of level of radon. But how is radon measured, you may be wondering? Well, it's called becquerels per cubic meter. If you're under 200 becquerels per cubic meter, you're safe. If you're above that threshold, then you have to take action. Now, let's assume that the results came back way above what the safe standard is. Don't panic. It's totally fixable and it's totally doable. A radon mitigation system can bring your levels down fast. It's basically a fan and a pipe pulling out the radon gas under your basement and pushing it outside your house. It usually costs between $2,000 to $3,000, so it's not cheap, but it's not crazy expensive. And once installed, it can even bring your home value up. So it could be an added feature. So here's what you need to remember from this video. Number one is this gas is invisible, but it's real. Number two is pretty common in Manitoba and here in Winnipeg. Number three, there's no other way to know if there's radon gas in your home other than testing. Testing will tell you the truth. And number four, if the results came back high, it is totally fixable, it's not crazy expensive, and it could be an added feature whenever you decide to sell. Your home should be a sacred, safe place for your entire family, and checking for radon is one small step and one thing to check for your family's health. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so. I post a video every week about Winnipeg real estate market and everything related to it, like in this video. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.